What's up, people? I'm Shaggy the Opinionated Hippie, continuing my deep dive into the Weird Al Yankovic studio catalog, dedicating this entire series to Dr. Demento, who is retiring in June of 2025, a man whose radio show in Los Angeles deeply influenced my sense of humor, probably my musical taste. It was the first place I heard Frank Zappa, and I never got into Weird Al Yankovic, other than the songs I heard on the radio in late 70s, early 80s. So we're going to do that. We're probably going to do it rather quickly because these are pretty easy albums to digest. And it's summertime here. I'm a teacher. I don't have to work. It's good stuff to listen to while you're doing yard work or when you're out maybe doing stuff outside. And I don't know. I think I'm going to be able to get through this rather quickly. So today, album number 2, In 3D, came out in 1984. I'm going to talk about this album, then I'm going to rank it among the others that I've already done, which is the first one. I'm not going to play any music from them. Sorry, just going to talk about them. Some more Frank Zappa connections. Lisa Popeil is on this because there's a song about her brother. I think it's her brother, Ron Popeil. I think it's her brother, her father, a family member. Don Pardo is on here. Yeah, he was on Zinni, Zappa, New York. The word portly when talking about Suits, reference to Mark Volman and The Sofa. Kaiser Rolls are on here. A long-lost deep track from fall of 75, winter 76. When did Kaiser roll? That band, one of those times, I'm forgetting. It was winter 76, right? Yeah, I'm forgetting my Zappa stuff. Ooh, that's bad. But anyways, yes, we have those Zappa connections. And also, I don't know why this fascinates me. Rick Derringer produced this. I don't know why. He doesn't play guitar. He played guitar in the first one. I don't know why. I think that's fascinating. There's 11 songs on here. 6 of them are parodies. One of them is like a medley of parodies. The other one, the 5 originals. I think overall, going to give away the ending right now. I think this is a better album than the first one. It's definitely a better produced album. You can tell that the first album was like, hey, got myself a record deal. I'm going to knock out this album of my parody songs. A highly enjoyable album. But I think the downfall of the first album is some of the original songs really just don't hold up very much. They're a little too obvious in the jokes, or musically they're just a little too I think there's a lot more success with the original stuff on here. In fact, one of the original songs, in fact, 2 of the original songs are actually really kind of good. Yeah, so let's go through this. Opens up with Eat It, the Michael Jackson Beat It parody, pretty much a parent lecturing their kid about eating. Kids are starving other places. Eat your food. It's well done. I mean, whatever. I mean, it sounds like Beat It. He does a good job of making his parodies where the music sounds like the original, just usually like something slightly different, so you know it's Weird Al, but for the most part, he does a good job. And then one of the best songs on here, a song called Midnight Star, which is this straight up 80s keyboard pop that has this keyboard riff that, had it been in a song with normal, regular lyrics, probably could have been a legitimate hit. I think this is a really catchy song. I mean, it's just melodically, it's beautiful. Musically, it's really good. Very early 80s, but it works. I mean, it's 84, so I guess that's early 80s. But it's about tabloids and the things you would see on tabloids and all that kind of stuff, the National Enquirer and all that kind of stuff. Great little keyboard vamp that repeats through it. That's fantastic. Really, really like this song. This is a really good song. The Brady Bunch, to the tune of Men Without Hats Safety Dance. And you can watch, if you want to, you can watch Phil Donahue, and it's just a bunch of like 70s TV shows name drop, maybe some early 80s TV shows. But then when we get to the hook, it's, I don't want to have to see the Brady Bunch, not the Brady Bunch. So it does not want to watch the Brady Bunch. And then the entire second verse of the song is the Brady Bunch theme song to the Safety Dance. Brilliant. I'm blanking on what the Brady Bunch theme song is. This is the story of a lovely lady, but it's to the Safety Dance, and I'm not going to be able to do it. My mind cannot put those 2 things together right now. But it's kind of brilliant. It's kind of well done. It sucks that it's called the Brady Bunch, and essentially it's dissing the Brady Bunch, but I don't know. It's kind of entertaining. Buy Me a Condo is some reggae, some Buffalo Soldier inspired reggae that I'm just kind of a flat no on. He doesn't overcommit on the accent, but the accent is a little There is a great line though. Gonna sell me Bob Marley records, gonna get me some Jackson Brown. Yeah, this guy's going full yuppie. I like it. I think it's a good little dig right there. I Lost on Jeopardy. Fantastic choice to parody. This is the Greg Kihn song Jeopardy. My love's in jeopardy, but it's I Lost on Jeopardy, baby. And Don Pardo is in this. So there we go. Absolutely wonderful. And then we get Polkas on 45, a medley that I think this is on a number of these albums. I think I know one of these for some reason. So this is not the one I know, in which it's essentially, there was a song called Stars on 45, or a band called Stars on 45 in like the early 80s, in which they would do like a mashup of like 5 or 6 hit songs and just kind of segue from one to the other. This is that, but done as a polka, so it's polka energy. And I'm sure there's a couple polka songs that I'm not getting the reference to, but these are the songs that he does in this medley. He opens up with Jocko Homo, the Devo song, Smoke on the Water, Sax Ima, the Berlin song, Hey Jude, LA Woman, Inagata Davida, Hey Joe, Bernie Down the House. Then we kind of switch things up and go a little bit jazzy for a while. Hot Blooded, Every Breath You Take, Should I Stay or Should I Go, Jumpin' Jack Flash, and My Generation. It's kind of silly. It's okay. It's just randomly connecting lines from other songs. Kind of fun, but whatever. But I think he does a lot of these. I think there's like one of these on a lot of the albums. Then we get Mr. Popeil, the song that Lisa Popeil, at least she appears on this one, maybe others. This is not a specific B-52 song parody, but it is a B-52 parody. Got that awesome little like new wave keyboard riff. Weird Al is doing his best Fred Schneider impersonation. Just the way he is. But wait, there's more. It's about all the products that Ron Popeil would sell on television. Pretty good song musically. It sounds like a B-52 song. Kind of silly lyrics, but the guitar work, that sort of like surf rock guitar, new wave thing that they do, the keyboard energy, absolutely is another really good song. And I guess this is also sort of an original because it's not a direct parody of a specific B-52 song. It's just sounds like the B-52s. We get King of Suede, which is a parody of the Police's King of Pain. It's about a guy who sells suits. The subject matter is just like, how much can you get out of this? He gets as much as he possibly can out of this. This is where we get Portly, and I'm maroon. Oh, you're a sofa. That's from a Zappa thing. But yeah, we get that. Interesting. It sounds like King of Pain. That Boy Could Dance, which is like some 80s keyboard pop about some dude who's a loser, but he can dance. Not much to this one. Theme from Rocky 8. This is an Eye of the Tiger parody. And it's the Ryer, the Kaiser, because Rocky's older now, he's retired, and he owns the neighborhood deli. The Ryer, the Kaiser. Kind of like it. And then we close out with a song called Nature Trail in Hell. Kind of a big keyboard 80s song. It's got almost these big, almost like rock drop in it. It's got a little backward masking in there just because that was getting a lot of attention at the time. It's about slasher films, really big in the early 80s, your Friday the 13th, all that stuff. Plus Amityville Horror in 3D. You got these 3D ones, Jaws 3D. So this is where the in 3D title comes from. This references that. The song is kind of not that exciting. The music is just kind of But overall, I do think this is a more successful album than the first one. If I had to rank them, I have this as number 1. The second is number 2. The production is much better. His sort of the template that he's going to do going forward, in which his parodies are going to sound as close to the original as possible, and then he'll just tweak it as he needs to. That's kind of like established. And then with both Midnight Star and Mr. Popeil, like he's showing that he can like write original stuff that's actually kind of engaging. Like Midnight Star really, that actually might be the best song on here. Like if I'm going to make a Weird Al playlist, and I might as we go along, just for my own listening sake, Midnight Star is going on there. I think that's actually kind of a catchy little number. But anyways, yeah. All right, that's all I got. This has been a fun deep dive so far. 2 albums into it. We'll see how long my excitement lasts. I will always now remember the summer of 2025 as being my Weird Al summer. Also, I think he's on tour right now. Is that true? I was Googling something about him, and Weird Al tour dates popped up, but I didn't follow that search to see what happened. But anyways, all right, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts on this, things I messed up on, things I missed. Interesting to see how. I know eventually we're going to get to a Zappa tribute song. Not an actual parody of a specific song, but inspired by. So I'm interested to get to that. But yeah, all right. Let me know your thoughts on this album. That's all I got for now. Let me know your thoughts on Weird Al. Thanks for watching. Peace. Talk to you later.